Hi, I'm Lizette, your Executive Function Specialist and ADHD Coach at Chispa. With over 15 years of experience as a special ed teacher, along with a seasoned trainer and coach, I combine knowledge with practical strategies. Hi, Chispa community. Welcome to the May 2024 edition of our newsletter. This month, we're diving into how caffeine and sugar impacts our brain health, and also we'll be exploring the role of dopamine. So let's dive right in. I'm excited to share insights about this topic because it's so close to my heart and super important for anyone managing ADHD. The impact of coffee or caffeine and sugar on brain health and executive function. I want to help you understand how these common elements of our diet affect us, so you can make informed choices that enhance your cognitive abilities and overall well-being. So, how does caffeine and sugar affect the ADHD brain? So, let's start with caffeine. Many of us, including myself, start our day with a cup of coffee just to get our eyes open. It's a popular choice for a quick focus boost because of its ability to increase dopamine levels. However, it's crucial to remember that our brains are about 75% water, and caffeine's diuretic properties can lead to dehydration. This often results in brain fog, headaches, and an inevitable energy crash, which complicates the management of ADHD symptoms. It leaves us feeling like we need a cafecito with every new task, doesn't it? Sugar, similarly, can temporarily boost our mood and energy by spiking our dopamine levels. Yet, this boost is often followed by a sharp decline. I've observed that individuals who kick off their morning with a pastelito and a cafecito often set off a cascade of sugar cravings for the rest of their day. Their day might start joyfully, almost like strumming an air guitar, but can swiftly descend into brain fog and melancholy. The constant highs and lows can disrupt cognitive functions and emotional regulation. For those of us with ADHD, our naturally lower dopamine responses make the initial sugar rush extremely appealing as a quick fix, but the aftermath can destabilize an already delicate balance. So next, let's talk about dopamine. What are positive benefits of dopamine? Well, let's start by determining what it is first. Dopamine is a type of neurotransmitter, a chemical released by neurons, which are nerve cells, in our brains. They send signals to other nerve cells. It plays several crucial roles in our brains and bodies, including mood and emotion. Dopamine is often associated with feelings of pleasure and satisfaction as part of the brain's reward system. This system rewards our behaviors, encouraging us to repeat them. For example, enjoying delicious food or achieving a goal can increase dopamine levels, making us feel fantastic. Then there's motivation and reward. Dopamine is essential for motivation, driving us to take action to achieve rewards, right? It affects our willingness to exert effort, which is why activities that release dopamine can be so engaging. Well, let's think of some, maybe running a race, right? Maybe playing video games. A lack of dopamine, on the other hand, might lead to feelings of apathy or low motivation, but understanding this helps us find ways to stay engaged and driven. Then there's motor control. Dopamine plays a critical role in controlling movement, evident in conditions like Parkinson's disease, where a decrease in dopamine-producing neurons leads to tremors and stiffness. Cognition and decision-making. Dopamine influences various cognitive processes, including how we pay attention, how we solve problems, and make decisions. It helps regulate the flow of information from other areas of our brains, which is crucial for effective thinking and decision making. Also, regulation of body functions. Beyond the brain, dopamine affects several bodily functions such as regulating blood flow, digestion, and insulin production. While in people with ADHD, the dopamine systems often functions differently, typically featuring lower levels of dopamine or less efficient dopamine signaling. This affects attention, impulsivity, and emotional regulation. And this is precisely why harnessing the power of executive function skills is a must for people who live with ADHD. Cool. So now let's talk about caffeine and sugar's impact on my favorite subject, executive function. All right, overstimulation, irritability. Caffeine and sugar both have a lasting impact on executive function. So, caffeine. While caffeine can temporarily boost alertness and concentration, it often leads to overstimulation. This can leave us feeling energetically wired but unfocused, complicating the management of impulsivity and task organization. With that extra jolt, we feel unstoppable. But once the effect wears off, our prioritization and planning go out the window. Now, sugar and executive function? Initially, the energy surge from sugar may seem helpful for starting tasks, but it often results in decreased cognitive flexibility and challenges with switching tasks effectively. Habitually turning to sugar can also impair stress tolerance and increase irritability, making it harder to manage emotions and perform tasks efficiently. Okay, brain care and executive function, what we've all been waiting for, some solutions. Strategies for better brain care and enhanced executive function. Let's see, moderation is key. Recognize how your body and mind react to caffeine and sugar and adjust your consumption accordingly. This doesn't mean to totally stop, it just means maybe not have so much. Next, stay hydrated. Counterbalance caffeine intake with plenty of water to maintain optimal brain function. Remember, as I mentioned earlier, 75% of our brains have water. Balanced diet. Focus on a diet rich in fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and proteins, which provides steady energy and essential nutrients. Foods high in omega-3 fatty acids are particularly beneficial for brain health. So like walnuts, wild-caught salmon, almonds, that's all really great stuff that has omega-3 in them. Regular meals. Eating smaller, frequent meals can help stabilize blood sugar and dopamine levels, enhancing your ability to focus and manage tasks. Structured routine. Incorporate regular sleep, exercise, and mindfulness practices to improve overall brain health and boost executive functions. And finally, skill-building activities. Engage in activities that challenge your executive functions, such as puzzles, strategic games, or learning new skills to enhance cognitive flexibility and problem-solving abilities. So I don't want to leave our May newsletter without talking about something really important this month. May is Mental Health Awareness Month. This May, let's reflect on our collective mental well-being and the importance of addressing mental health challenges. Here are ways you can get involved and make a difference. So get involved, get informed, visit NAMI and AHA to learn more and find volunteering opportunities. If you go to the newsletter and you click on the links, they'll take you directly there, and it's a wealth of information that I promise you you're going to love. Resources are available in both English and Spanish. Also, you can actually be a change maker, whether you choose to volunteer, participate in events, or spread the word. Every action counts. Add your spark to our collective efforts to support those facing mental health challenges. Together, we can foster a more understanding and supportive community. So, happy Mental Health Awareness Month, everyone. Let's continue to grow and support one another. And I promise, this is the last part. P.S. This newsletter is dedicated to my mom, Marta. Today, she celebrates her birthday in heaven. It's through her positivity, despite her intellectual disabilities, that I had the courage to create Chispa. Te quiero y te extraño. Here's to you, Marta.